Week 7 Case Study Presentation. Case 3.3, Target at the Center of Battle over Plan B. Initial post. This case is about a young lady named Rachel Purcell, who lived with her boyfriend near St. Louis, Missouri. Rachel did not want to get pregnant. She discussed this with her doctor, and the doctor wrote prescriptions for her to take 2 different contraceptives to avoid any unwanted pregnancy. Rachel took her 2 prescriptions for contraceptives to the Target pharmacy. Rachel told a friend the pharmacist would only fill one of her contraceptive prescriptions and refused to fill her contraceptive prescription for Plan B. She told her friend that she was at a loss, feeling totally bewildered because she needed her prescription for Plan B filled timely to benefit from its effectiveness in the event that her other contraceptive did not work. Rachel ended up having her prescription for Plan B transferred to another pharmacy. Meanwhile, her friend told another friend at Planned Parenthood what had happened to Rachel. Once Planned Parenthood became aware of Rachel's situation, Planned Parenthood supporters held demonstrations outside Target stores around the country, using public pressure to compel Target to change its refuse and refer policy. Planned Parenthood also had consumers write letters and sign online petitions to get Target to change its store policy. The message delivered by Planned Parenthood to Target was that Target was denying women access to contraception. This struggle escalated between Target and Planned Parenthood because Planned Parenthood countered charges to Target that Target denied access to women for emergency birth control. This action by Planned Parenthood invoked women's rights activists who did not like any controversy regarding women making routine trips to the drugstore for contraceptives, especially since contraceptive pills have been on the market since the 1960s. Quote, the Feminist Majority Foundation describes Plan B as a contraceptive pill. Further, they describe the onset of pregnancy as the moment a fertilized egg is implanted in the uterus. Plan B, they say, is a contraceptive because it prevents implantation from occurring. End quote. Stevens 2017. So, even if the egg is fertilized, the onset of pregnancy cannot occur because Plan B stops the fertilized egg from implanting itself in the woman's uterus. Quote, opponents of abortion rights, however, define pregnancy as the moment an egg and sperm are united and therefore view pregnant emergency contraceptive Plan B as an abortion pill. End quote. Stevens 2017. I tend to side with the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists who support the Feminist Majority Foundation in its description of Plan B. In this case, not everyone went along with this young lady in Planned Parenthood because Missouri Governor Matt Blunt supported legislation allowing pharmacists to refuse prescriptions for emergency contraceptive. However, I feel that pharmacists do have a professional responsibility in filling prescriptions for their clients. Target has to be accountable for efficiency and effectiveness because of its clients' rights to be serviced. Target should allocate responsibility to their pharmacists to take care of Target customers. Target needs to authorize limited decision-making among its pharmacists to make sure that the chain of command is not only followed, but followed through in a timely manner. Target pharmacists are professionals, and the better they know their clients, the more successfully they can serve their needs, even if some of their pharmacists for moral and religious beliefs cannot service Target clients. Clients, no matter their moral or religious beliefs, have a right to expect expertise, respect, and honesty from Target pharmacists. On the other hand, there are those who seem to support Planned Parenthood. Quote, the Bush administration supported the expansion of federal funding for abstinence. Only sex education programs and a delayed decision by the FDA over whether to grant emergency contraception over-the-counter status makes Plan B still a prescription drug. End quote. Stevens 2017. I believe that large companies like Target should regulate the actions of their pharmacists and not leave it up to each branch to reach a decision in these cases. Quote, Target's policy allows its pharmacists to refuse to fill prescriptions for moral and religious reasons. End quote. Stevens 2017. If a target pharmacist takes this option, it should be their duty and they should be required to ensure that the prescription is filled in a timely and respectful manner by another target pharmacist or at a different pharmacy. In contractionism, the second fundamental law of nature works when we are willing to renounce a right of our own benefit to someone else. Here is where the pharmacist should stand down and help serve the client even if they cannot fill the prescription themselves. They can make every effort to have another pharmacist or pharmacy fill the prescription, thereby taking care of the client. In my opinion, the pharmacist's refusal to fill the prescription is a personal decision, and transferring the prescription does not undermine his refusal because it is his duty to fill prescriptions and or make sure that they get the opportunity to be filled in a timely and appropriate manner. This is the pharmacist's professional responsibility and the client's right. I feel that large organizations should regulate or limit the actions of their pharmacists if their personal judgments exceed the bounds of acceptable practice. Example, pharmacists are to fill prescriptions, period. The reason for this is because pharmacists with overzealous moral convictions may not realize their moral obligations to follow the pharmacist's code of ethics and or the company's philosophy when it comes to serving the company's clients. Target's pharmacists could also obviously use some training in social responsibility. I feel a woman does have reproductive rights and the right to have her prescription for Plan B filled. Hopefully, whatever the woman's decision, it pleases her husband. If the man is not her husband and there are no plans to marry, then I think the woman's reproductive rights lay squarely on her shoulders. Kantian ethics dictates that moral principles come from reason and that a person should always act in such a way that they treat other people as an end and never as a means only. Kantian ethics also states that it is never morally permissible to lie. So the pharmacist should always be honest to the client. Example, the medical technician telling the client that they are out of stock of Plan B and they should have it in 1 to 2 days. Pharmacists should always be honest to the client, and the client has the right to expect honesty from the pharmacist. In utilitarianism, happiness plays a significant role in their ethical doctrines, and it is just not good business for the pharmacists at Target to make their clients unhappy. In utilitarianism, the morality of an act is determined by the consequences or result of the act. So if a woman is not allowed to have her prescription filled and she finds herself with an unwanted pregnancy for whatever reason, then the consequences for her not being helped by the Target pharmacist could turn out bad for her, especially if she is not taken care of in a timely manner. I also support the teachings of Aristotle and virtue ethics in that no matter personal or professionally, whatever the goals these Target pharmacists should pursue, the virtues, including the intellectual goals that will enable the public, their clients, to flourish. Virtues give humanity the ability to function well. The timely, effective, good treatment and respect given to Target clients whose prescriptions Target pharmacists are unable to fill can only help Target because they are still trying to take care of their clients. In summation, I feel that a realistic solution to this problem would be to support, quote, Planned Parenthood efforts to get Target to join the group of stores, example Costco, CVS, Kmart, etc., who according to Planned Parenthood have implemented policies to make sure that prescriptions of emergency contraceptive are filled on-site and without delay, end quote, Stevens 2017. The reason I feel this way is because, quote, according to the manufacturers of Plan B, if this pill is taken within 72 hours of unprotected sex, it is 89% effective in preventing pregnancy, end quote, Stevens 2017. The right to do as one does not always work, and we all have to be thankful for the law, which may impede one's decision to act, because we all know that bad things happen, not only to bad people, but bad things happen to good people. A woman can make a mistake, a wrong decision, and accidentally have sex with the wrong man. A woman can be raped. A woman can try to get ahead on her job and have sex thinking that will help her, only to find out it will not. And suddenly, for a host of reasons, need Plan B to stop an unwanted pregnancy. This is where women need the right to decide their reproductive activities and access to an emergency contraception, and the pharmacy has a duty to her profession to help her.